Now here we go. Watch, listen, play is the opening shot of Razer's promo picture. This is the eponymous Razer Phone. We've seen a number of phones aimed at gamers in the past, usually with gimmicky extra controls or savage compromise, but the Razer Phone is only one, and I'll come to that in a moment. What you need to know is this is arguably the highest specified Android phone in the world right now. A Snapdragon 835 chipset, 8GB of RAM, 4000 mAh battery, 64 GB of storage plus microSD, a 5.7-inch QHD wide color gamut display with refresh rate that goes up to 120 Hz for compatible games. As the Razer CEO put it, 120 Hz is insane. Of course, there's limited game content that can actually use this refresh rate. You do get, I've got a list here, Arena of Valor, Final Fantasy 15, Gear Club and Ultra Hunt, all taking advantage of it, and all full games available actually out of the box as part of the Razer bundle. That's pretty impressive, really. Other games, of course, will increase support as time goes on. This is what you call future-proofing a screen, though. The refresh rate is actually varied by app and according to need. Apparently, it's certainly super smooth to my eyes, just scrolling around the UI. It's also synced to the GPU in a system dubbed Ultra Motion, so I'm seriously impressed here. The screen itself is LCD. It is more muted than we're used to seeing on, of course, recent AMOLED screen phones. Also, the brightness doesn't quite go as high as I'd like it to, but again, this helps enormously with battery life, especially when you're playing big games. Now, of special interest to me was the speaker system, stereo front-facing with dedicated amplifiers for each component. I'm going to crank this up to full volume now, with added Dolby Atmos processing. The idea is to provide cinematic sound for video content, as here, and for games, and it works pretty darn well. See what you think. And this was Ayla, by the way, a teenage guitarist who was really rather phenomenal. This is on the Marshall London. Significantly quieter, I would say about half the volume, maybe slightly better bottom end. But I'm really impressed. Volume-wise, I think we have a new champion. The volume on this Razer Phone is just phenomenal. I tried turning the Dolby off, and the raw speakers themselves aren't anywhere near as loud. The Dolby is really to bring the speakers to life here. The compromise I mentioned earlier is that there's no 3.5mm headphone jack, which is an odd move for a phone aimed at gamers who are so beloved of their headsets, but you know, the speakers are good enough. Also, the DAC in the dongle in the box is a 24-bit DAC, really high quality. Maybe my ears are beyond telling the difference, but it's nice to know that's there. Just don't lose it. Or you go wireless with Bluetooth, of course. Control positioning is good and interesting in this somewhat blocky phone. To avoid accidental presses while using the Razer Phone in landscape mode, its natural orientation, the volume and power buttons are all centralized. The materials used are aluminium all over with antenna bands set into the back quite neatly here. The speaker grills are plastic, but I think that's to allow RF signals through the front of the phone. The Razer Phone won't match other flagships like the Google Pixel for imaging, but it's no slouch either. A dual 12-megapixel Samsung censored camera arrangement includes a genuine 2x telephoto lens, just as on the Galaxy Note 8. Though my time with the Razer was limited, just a handful of shots here. More to come, no doubt, in the future. The interface is kept simple with a licensed copy of Nova Prime providing a stockish Android 7.1.1 interface. An upgrade to Android 8 is planned, though I bet there's lots to do in terms of drivers for the special screen and audio hardware. This is no trivial Oreo rollout. Battery life will be good in normal use, though even that massive 4000 mAh will take a pounding if you crank up the screen and processor for media and gaming a lot. So it really depends on why you want a Razer Phone. Charging is via Qualcomm Quick Charge 4 Plus. The plus bit refers to the integration of dual charge circuits, intelligent thermal balancing and advanced safety features, apparently. Anyway, safer and about 30% more efficient than standard Quick Charge 4.0. Wow. In short, it's big, it's black, it's heavy, and it's cold metal. It's typical Razer, no frills, high-end hardware. And it's how we love the company. This is the Razer Phone, and I'll have more on this, a full review probably in a month or so's time.